The world.
She right behind me. My diamonds so shiny. Even sometimes they blind me. My repertoire's big. Nothing I do is tiny. They wanna be me when they see me, cause that's just a rude awakening. Try me or deny me, and I am the dude who will take it there. I got money trees and in this season, watch I take them in. You just junior flexing, man, that's cute, somebody break them in. Flexing with my dogs, flexing with my bras. I'm flexible when flexing, cause I flex like it's my job. You can't see me like Mirage. Just because. How you gon' pull up in bull jigs when your car's in a garage? Never that. Did somebody ever say they better at flexing big? I go bigger and that's how I get them back. You cannot flex on me or get the best of me. I'm master flex like Master Chef. I just got the recipe. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Look, I ain't playing no games with none of y'all won't play this. I'm stunting on them, I'm stunting on them, I'm stunt man, I'm famous. Never seen so many plexing. All y'all got anguish. If y'all talk about flexing, y'all talking my language. I swear on everything, y'all something else. So much hate, I'm shocked to say that all y'all got something left. Just know I'm flexing on everything, if nothing else. That's why I put these boys away, put them boys up on the shelf. No weight room, I super set. Pull 2 cars out at once, call that a super flex. Y'all looking just super stressed, I'm looking so super blessed. If you ain't got no flex, then I call that a super mess. Tell the world all about me. I flex hard, and I might be the coldest that you ever seen. Take notice, I'm focused, flexing on your team. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be.
How you gon' flex? How I flex? I try to tell these haters that my flex is the best. You should understand I'm the man of the rest. You wanna see me flex? I'ma show you what it is.
Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I be flexing, I be. Yo, I be flexing, I be. I got the word. I be flexing, I be. I got the word. Yo, I be flexing, I be.
The world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
Picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's good!
And over to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell Deep right center field, carrying, and it's gone.
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall.
Swung on bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over on a line shot.
I can't believe my eyes.
Season 18's end draws near. It's time for our AAA to take their final swings. Speedy, unorthodox, and oh so dominant is our first foe. This pitching phenom continues to rise above and now is eyeing gold. Facing them, a squad of versatile aces poised to bomb and bloom. This menace has arrived. The title is in their sights. The spotlight is on. Two titans stand armed for battle. It is Burning Ice and his Montreal Gex facing TeflonDonLemon and his Rio de Janeiro Flower Bombs. Welcome to the AAA World Series!
Welcome back, everyone, to another production here of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. A big one here tonight on your screens. Games 5 and 6 of the AAA World Series in Season 18 are coming your way. Myself, Dwayne, going to be on the play-by-play, and joining me, as always, it's the AAA aficionado, the Hall of Famer himself, the Mr. Master Caster Man, Mystery Man. How you doing tonight, Mist? We got some big ones here.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. It's kind of interesting. We're in much the same situation we had when Burning Ice played against Black Coffee, where they ended up 3-1. Ice obviously had dominated to an extent, just based on the record. Same here, but there's that glimmer of hope for some free baseball. Teflon Don, the higher seed. Got to see more. It's a lot like the coffee series. You're waiting for more. So we'll see if the flower bombs can deliver a bit more.
Yeah, you have to say the offense has been a difficult factor for the flower bombs indeed. And the Gex pitching is something that's been, well documented over season since Ice has been in the league. That's one of the toughest things to have to go up against in a high pressure moment like the World Series. But he did snipe a game in the last set, it looked like, and if he's able to do that here again tonight, he's got to have to win both games. That'll force a Game 7, right? And that's everybody's favorite type of thing. Like you said, a little bit of free baseball is never going to hurt anybody. But are the nerves going to be a factor? Is Ice pitching going to be a factor? Is Teflon's offense going to wake up? I got to double check the home stadium when that loads up. Will that be a factor? This is, like I said, as big as it gets, and we've seen stranger things happen, especially down in the AAA, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. I feel like we always talk about how pitching is amplified in the playoffs. I think to the point that we've kind of forgotten that it really is. And we're seeing that in the AAA probably as much, or if not more, than we've ever seen before. It reminds of Luke and some of those folks, Weaver, that would go into massive matches, and their pitching would just take out an Astronaut or once even a Lazy on rare occasion, just because. Nobody can hit with those folks. It's the same in AAA. Nobody can hit with Black Coffee. Nobody can hit with Teflon. But if the pitching is perfect, there's only so much you can do.
Perfect indeed, and it's going to be Teflon Don, and it's going to have to be perfect tonight to force the Game 7. Game 5, though, still has to be played, and it's coming your way now in just a few moments. Hang tight. We're going to switch on over and bring you the baseball. Here we go, folks. Sakura Hills, the home field of Ice and the Gex, is the stage for game number 5. This is the big game here where the Flower Bombs need to stay alive. The series stands at 3-1. And, you know, as it should, you know, the scorelines in this series have been pretty tight. Will we see another tight one? Will we see a blowout? You know, what type of game will we have on our hands? You have to think both players are going to be giving it their best stuff.
Yeah, we've already got Dark Raider in the chat here cheering on the pitcher first player. That's a big surprise.
Looks like we have a home field switch. That may be my fault.
Are we not?
Let me quickly remedy that.
We're gonna go away from Sakura.
Yeah, we're going to
back to Parquet.
Back to Parquet. Yeah, I believe. I thought we were on Sakura as well, but here we go. Parquet loaded in.
Once again, the magic wheel lands on Parquet for the playoffs. Here we go, folks.
First few pitches of balls, as we see Boston Nova, the pitcher of choice for TeflonDon and the Flower Bombs here tonight. And he gives up a hit there first and foremost.
Yeah, big swing there from Lily Turtles, just pounding it straight up the middle. I think Teflon is lucky that the pitcher didn't get hit there.
Ooh, a hanging curveball in there for a strike. Ice being patient to start things out.
Yeah, Lily certainly looking to go if she can.
Victor Meadows. He's been dangerous all season and all series. He's going to try and set the stage here tonight. There's one of those familiar Ice steals. And that works out well for him to start things up.
It was good timing. Sucked him into thinking he might wait a few pitches, but then just went.
That one's hit hard through the hole. Left fielder Winkle, Perry Winkle, picks it up. Runner rounded first, but ended up staying there. So they're at the corners. There's less than 2 outs. Axel Sawhorse has RBI Hero engaged. You have to be very careful here if you're Teflon not to let things get a little bit out of hand early.
Yeah, you can't give him anything to hit here. I don't think we'll see a strike.
Ooh, he looked out to me. Wow, what a steal. Oh, and
yeah,
Turtle
lazy
gets a sore
tag there.
face. Maybe not so lazy as she might have gotten smacked in the face with the ball. But she's got a sore face. Or the lead runner was injured. Wait, what?
My.
Maybe they
Lily
did.
Turtles is injured.
How did that happen? Sore face? What a weird turn of events. If there's a strikeout, and there's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, maybe some dirty play over there at third base.
Yeah,
I think
what
the
is
Flower
this,
Bombs
MLB
really want to get back
slugfest?
in here.
They're just swinging at each other over there or something?
It was
have
off
happened
camera. So
yeah, it happened off camera.
Yeah, we can't confirm anything, folks.
Shenanigans abound here early in Game 5 as the lead runner was injured. And now there's 2 in scoring position, 2 outs, and the runner...
no.
Caught looking. Oh, my God. Ice just couldn't pull the
not
trigger
the
there.
time to be caught standing there like a statue, but good job by Teflon.
Yeah, really good job finding his location. Is that something, you know, that's tough to swing at either way if you're Ice, but didn't pull the trigger at all. Ice finds a good fastball of his own to get the second strike in the leadoff at bat here in the bottom of the first. Perry Blossoms, is it going to trash one? Swung on into foul territory. Ball 3 misses low at the knees, makes it full. We've seen a lot of full counts in this series. Is it going to pay off for Tef, though? Here it does not. Hit it well, but on a line right at the first baseman.
Interestingly, meatballed the curveball, much like the CPU would do with that kind of a count.
Another curveball. This one not quite in the middle of the zone. Swung on. Produced an out, and then this one lifted to center. Also easily taken care of by Turtles, who's still in the game injured. Vern Radical is batting. He swings that, hits it right at the first baseman, wanting Carnation. Had to get the glove down kind of quickly, though, as that was hit somewhat on the nose. Ooh, nice strike there. Fastball hit on the ground, infielder picks it up, there's the first, 2 down.
And Nova is locked in here.
Yeah, gets the out, too. Feeling good after getting out of the jam in the first, and then takes care of a nice, clean second inning. We're in the bottom half now, where Dahlia Dingers can do some damage.
Yeah, I think you're pretty happy here if you're Teflon. The Gex had a little something going early, and now everything has calmed down. It's 0-0.
This ball hit hard up the middle, shallow outfield. Not going to make a difference. He does go for the 8-3 putout, but runner is well safe. Carnation hits it back to the pitcher, on to second, over to first. The 1-4-3 double play. That's tough.
Yeah, the big man went reaching on the first pitch. That's everybody I know kicks themselves when they do that.
We had the bad ball hitter, fastball hitter up, takes a breaking ball, hits it up the chute, and there's the second hit of the inning, but with the runners earlier erased, there's just the 1 runner at first and 2 down for Periwinkle. Periwinkle has low pitch. Staying away from that, gets one up in the zone. It's hit the dead center field. It is caught by Turtles. It was hit well, but those curveballs are tough to get around on.
I think we have a bad power score or something, or maybe it didn't register at all. Must have been contact. That should have been hit further.
Yeah, tough one hit right on the nose. This ball inside, hit off the hands to Dingers. Dingers picks it up. There's the first. 1 down for Little Turtles. Turtles back up here, injured, still in the game. Wants to be on the field for the Gex. Probably not a lot of better options on the bench.
She's too important, and there she goes.
And she gets herself the single. So, injury or not, she's on base. And then she goes for the steal. The throw goes down. It's bounced and safe. She, again, looked questionable to me, but these have been really close plays. Runners in scoring position. Chelsea Evergreen. Less than 2 out. The heater hit through the left side, inside out of that pitch. Puts them at the corners. Challenging as Ice. Ends up doing the old, I guess, behind runner trick. I don't have a better term for that. Needs a nickname. There's the bunt.
The trail runner to
it's
second.
Down. The tag in there.
Gone. Wow.
She gets tugged on the sore face. You have to wonder if she's okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a long therapy session for Turtles tomorrow.
Another steal in there just at the nick of time. So we've seen Ice with a lot of action on the base paths early in this one, but still nothing to show for it after that great diving play. And that will end the third. Top of
Once again, the Flowers are somehow able to get out of trouble, but now they've got to hit. They're too far into this series. They need to start hitting.
Starts off with a single. Not a ton of speed on the bases. Pitcher at the plate. Sacrifice scenario, but we're swinging away. There's 2 strikes.
I think Teflon, I think we can safely say, is the best hitter with pitchers in the AAA.
Ball lifted out there. Turtles caught. There's 1 down. I would have to say so as well in my experience, aside from, I think, might have been someone I played back in the day. I think it was Fireball Max in the playoffs. This one's crushed out there, deep left center field. Is that going to get there? No, it's caught by Turtles. Oh my. It was at the angle. That was going over. That's a run-saving grab right there. 2-run shot it would have been. Instead, it's on the ground, taken to first. Sawhorse does a little stutter step there where he steps on the bag. And that'll end the inning.
Turtles has already played 9 innings, and we're only in the 4th.
Yeah, she's having a game. I can see, yeah. The MJ flu game mentioned in the chat there by Himalayan Caucasian. Yeah, that's some crazy stuff when a player's injured and still able to perform like that, especially in a game where you're kind of at the mercy of probability. But we're early in the game still, and it's scoreless, and it's the top of the fourth. This hit goes out there in front of Periwinkle, so there's a runner at first with now one out. And we've seen runners on in almost every inning for Ice, but still no run production. Something eventually going to have to give here. Bunts down. It's a sack. It will be a successful sacrifice.
Yeah, you'll take the out there. At least you forced him down first base. Awfully tough to stop those bunts sometimes. With 2 down, easy. You can get out of this. No accuracy.
Batter is walked. Now we're looking at Trash 1 being considered for a substitution. You might see the bullpen here a little bit early.
You usually don't see Ice pulling the pitcher to pinch hit, but it does make sense here.
Runners go. Double steal. And on the 2-2 count, they're both safe. So there's 2 outs. 2-2 count, 2 on. It's a good chance for Ice to score. It's a good chance for Tef to get out of the inning, and he gets him looking. Whoa. What a strikeout.
It blew him away.
A looking strikeout to end the inning for the second time so far in this game. So that's pretty impressive if you're Tef. You know, we talk a lot about Ice's pitching, but if you're getting Ice looking there, that's big stuff.
And not the first time he got caught flat-footed there by Teflon getting some corners.
We've got 1 down now for Dahlia Dingers. Dahlia takes another high curveball on the first pitch over to shortstop on a quick grounder. These are some tough pitches to get a hold of.
Yeah, not reticuling up that curveball so far. And Houston is much better than you think. Their stats don't look like much, but an elite curveball in the hands of a curveball pitcher can be tough.
Absolutely. You know, the junk is one of those things that can be debated, whether it's high, whether it's low, but elite curveball tends to make a humongous difference. As we see one taken up the center, and there's a 2-out hit with the full count. Got another runner on for Teflon. He's had some runners on too and no production. This is kind of a stalemate of a game. This one's hit hard to center. Turtles makes the grab, and that'll end the bottom of the fourth. We're on to the fifth.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, you know, and this is kind of Ice's MO. You'll miss reticle for 3 innings straight. You finally get on one, and it tends to go right at somebody.
This ball, though, hit right up the middle. He's going to get another runner on here to start this fifth. He's done a very good job of that.
But that's the reward you get when you're shutting people down, is you'll see some of those line drives going right at people as you just don't have the momentum going.
Runner goes. Another steal. Tef's got to be more heads up with the base runners here. You'd have to.
Yeah,
think.
this is going to backfire eventually.
There's the bunt, and now the runner's on third with no outs. It's going to be bunted for a hit, too. What a beautiful piece.
Yeah, that's what you can't have.
Runner goes again. Safe. They're both in scoring position with no outs. It's an onslaught of base stealing here in this game. There's the bunt back to the pitcher. Throw goes to third. There's the diddle. He goes home. It's safe.
Waited too long.
Tough
Thought he was
break.
going to turn around, I guess.
Yeah, definitely waited a bit too long on that one, and another steal brings the runner in scoring position. It's 1-0 Gex here in World Series Game 5. They're looking to clinch it. Now they're ahead in the game. Tef looking to stay alive and win both games here tonight and force a Game 7. Still has the starter Bossa Nova in the game.
The Flower Bombs fell asleep at the switch. I think they got out of so many jams, they thought it was just going to take care of itself, and it is not taking care of itself this time.
We see the batter taken care of, though, here, fortunately, for Teflon. And now we'll see Jocks Pickles at the plate with these runners in scoring position. There's still less than 2 outs. And that's where things always tend to be dangerous.
You have to get a pop-up here. You can't be pitching low in the zone. We got it by him.
Another one. Another really good strikeout. We've seen some really, really good location at times here from Teflon tonight that's made a ton of difference. It is still only a 1-run game as this one's hit on a line right at dingers. And he escapes with just the 1 run.
I retract my previous statement. It did sort of take care of itself somehow.
So still very achievable here for the Flower Bombs to get back into this. It's only 1 run. And we're in the bottom of the 5th. And they're also into that Gex bullpen already, although there's still some bullets left for sure. Dive off the glove. Throw to first. In time.
So slow, wow.
Such a slow runner. First base looked uphill there. Another dive from Evergreen. This one not missed. So no recovery needed. Easy play. And there's quick 3 outs. We're on to the 6th inning.
I think that was uphill in the snow, Train.
Yeah, you've got to think. A tough break there. And we see Carnation gather that one at first base. This one over to the shortstop, and that'll be another quick out. So the bottom of the 5th into the 6th, both going a little bit quickly here.
Yeah, I think at this point you almost have to be careful if you're burning ice because you're not going to continue to hold Teflon down here. You had so many opportunities. You've only got 1 run, so this is danger time. I think at some point the Flower Bombs at least put up a pair.
2-0 count here. Crunch deep to right. It's way back there. Way back there to the warning track. It is caught. Oh my God, it's caught by Meadows. How? How
did not jump, but somehow got it.
Is the wind blowing in today? Parquet not doing the home team any favors tonight, and this one's crushed to left center, but caught by Turtles.
Oh my goodness.
It's tough for the home team tonight.
Yeah, this big stadium is really paying off here, but I don't think it's for the home team.
We see the Gex ahead now 1-0 into the 7th. All of a sudden, they've taken this lead quickly into the 7th inning. This one picked up by the pitcher, hit on the ground, over to first.
That's a big out. They finally got Turtles out there. You did not want to see her on base again.
Yeah, she's doing herself a favor with that injury, balancing it out with the positive mojo. High curveball. Hit hard at dingers. She makes a good dive. Goes to first in time for out number 2. Low scoring game, moving quickly in this top of the 7th. As Snowbird said, they're speed running this one. Ice games can tend to get like that when the runs are not flowing, and usually they're not.
And I'll tell you, Train, if you're the Flower Bombs coming down with an XBL pedigree, you cannot get shut out in the final game of the World Series here. You have to get some runs.
Ice caught off the bag for the first time in this one, but I think he'll take that with the chances. I think he's 8 for 9 or 7 for 8 in his steals tonight.
And it's not like the Bombs aren't putting that on ball. They are, but
yeah, the runners are getting on. There's another one
they're
here.
Getting those long bombs to the wall as well, but it's not coming together. Just need to stick with it.
Jude Zavala with rally stopper and elite 4-seam. Ooh, he's using that heater well. With 2 quick strikes. Ball hit. Oh, through the 5-hole. Barehanded by Pickles. Thrown to first in time.
Wow, still a nice advance, though. You need to get one in.
Wow, that was a roller coaster. Ball to second, over to first. There's 2 down.
Good decision there by Ice. You can't screw around with that runner. You have to get the out and give Zavala a chance. You have a monster on the mound.
Yeah, he's got a slim lead, but he feels like he's playing with a bigger one probably the way he's pitched, and now he's, you know, the way he's ahead in the series as well. Ball hit up the middle.
That was a mistake.
It's shallow. It's caught. The shallow works out there.
Yeah, you can't come with straight fastball there. That was a mistake, but you got lucky.
We're in the top of the 8th in the AAA World Series. Game 5. A chance for the Gex to win it all. The Flower Bombs fighting for survival. The XBL still yet to have a champion in the Cup final on the way as well. That'll be later in the week, so look out for that. Ball hit fouled away. Bad ball hitter with clutch. Pickles is nasty here. Gotta think, you know, if you're Teflon, you don't want to give up any insurance. You gotta keep this exactly where it's at. This is a dangerous hitter to be messing around with. Ball, barehanded by the third baseman, thrown to first. Oh, he's safe. He's safe. Beats out the dribbler. And there's Dingers, goes for the tag, and then has to throw to first.
She would have loved to have gotten that double play. That hurts. Now it's going to be tough to keep that run.
Yeah, they're both in scoring position with less than 2 outs once again. This ball hits a Dingers. Dingers gonna chase the runner, throws it to first. Ball goes home. Double play. What a play.
Fantastic timing by Teflon.
That's well played defense there by Tef to keep things where they're at. That's what you have to be doing in a game like this with your back against the wall.
Yeah, and not as easy as it looked. I've tried that many times against Ice, and I've never gotten it to work.
There are infield shifts for a reason, folks. Just like the shallow outfield works, you can use those infield shifts to your advantage. Just got to know the situations. Mokeka Muka is the pinch hitter, and she bucks the bat. Hits it right back to Zavala. And there are 2 down in the 8th. You can't be messing around with quick outs here if you're Teflon.
Yeah, impatience won't do it at this point.
4 outs remain in his season. It's 4 outs away from a AAA championship and getting his name on the trophy.
I can't get anything going here.
There is that out, and we're going to the 9th, folks. Top of the 9th. We'll see Caden Evergreen come out of the pen, the closing pitcher for the Flower Bombs. Closers, traditionally in not safe situations, in real life and in this game, I've always felt a little bit dicey about. You see Evergreen come out here. She gives up one. Ooh, out there into the right field line. Excuse me, I almost called it right center field.
And the last thing you want to do is give up another run here. That would be devastating. It's been hard to get anything going.
This ball, the outfield shallow, hit hard, but not where Periwinkle can't catch up with it. Makes the grab.
She needs to milk that changeup. He's just going to look to tee off on something coming in there fast. Good pitch.
This one hit on the ground. That is a good pitch. A little bit out of the zone. Gets him to beat it into the dirt. And that runner's put on third in the top of the 9th here with 2 outs. If you're Tef, you just got to get one more out here. It's looking at that bunt. Not a bad shout with Evergreen at the plate. Bunt defense does open up the hole in the middle of the field a little bit. 1-1 pitch. Hit. It's out there into the grass. Winkle and slides. Can't catch it. There's a run.
With the fastball. Yeah, he came with the fastball. Can't throw that there.
It's 2-0 now. The Gex are feeling good as they have one more run. And there's another steal. The pressure's still on here.
He should have gone back to that same dirt curveball. He would have gotten a chase.
This ball hit up the middle as well. There's a ton of speed on second. She's going to round third already. Here she comes. That's going to be a third run on the RBI single. And now the Gex are ahead 3-0 here in the top of the 9th inning. Runner goes down to second, throw down. It's another steal.
Running.
There's got to be 10 steals in this game.
Yeah.
Tef's got to keep his cool here. Keep it tight. Diving play. Tulips throws to first in time. We're going to the bottom of the 9th, folks. AAA World Series on the line here. Teflon has to score 3 runs to keep things going. First pitch swung on to second. He's quickly out already here with 1 down. Brings up Torque Tulips. Tulips takes one low. Good strike in there. Makes it a 2-1 count to Tulips. Tulips takes another strike. Now it's 2-2. Dude Zavala's pitch. She's locked in. Fastball fouled away. Good swing. Just a bit early. 2-2. Crushed. Deep left center. Way back there. Turtles is way back there into left center field. Jumps. Can't catch it. The runner remains at second with the double. There's a man on second. Big player in scoring position.
Yeah, monster swing there. Stays out of the double play too, Train.
No double plays. RBI Heroes engaged as well. It's swung on, fouled away. There's quickly 2 strikes on the Dahlia Dingers. You got to be careful here and swing at anything close.
But you can't chase the cutter here. You cannot chase the cutter.
Pressure's on. It's a 2-2 count. There's the cutter. It's lifted behind short. It's caught by Pickles. There are 2 down. Ice is 1 out away from the AAA World Series. And it is one
Still has life. A good hitter.
Everything rests on the bat of One Incarnation and TeflonDonLemon. The pitch swung on to second. Over to first. Champion, Burning Ice. Season 18 winner of the AAA in shutout fashion. Wins the series in 5 games.
Yeah, and that one, Train, was a microcosm of Burning Ice baseball there. The steals, I don't think he had many steals early in the game, but he just kept looking for him. And as soon as Teflon got a little bit rattled, that's when he started going again and again. It's so easy to fall asleep at the switch when things start not going your way and you're thinking about, what do I do next? What's the situation? How do I get back into this?
Yeah, tough break there for Teflon. Unable to score in arguably the biggest game, definitely the biggest game of your season. That's really, really tough. But that was that Ice pitching. He's very crafty. He does his homework. They've played quite a few games against each other now at this point. He comes away with the title in shutout fashion. In stunning fashion. He kind of stormed his way through this season, maybe a little bit more slowly than he normally does, but he's been a big force all season long. He really showed his stuff. It's a well-deserved AAA championship for Burning Ice here tonight. After grinding through the AA, making his way through multiple AAA seasons, he's won multiple pitching awards. Now he's got, the big trophy. He's going to be in there with the big dogs of AAA, such as, Jam Paladins, your Snowbirds, your Zlots, what was it? Oxbox. There's so many to name that we've done AAA now nearly 10 times, if not, this might have been the 10th time.
And the Dwayne Train. Why are we forgetting?
I'm not mentioning myself. No, we're not doing that.
Come on now.
But yeah, this is awesome stuff for Ice. We'll have that trophy engraved soon. But yeah, also Teflon Don put on an awesome season. Came down from the XBL. Got talked a lot of crap on for having to come down, but I think it proved that he fit just where he needed to fit this season. Played a really awesome set of ball. Had a really amazing playoff run. Was a really awesome just guy to have in the community in the AAA as well. So really well earned runners up here for him.
Yeah, I think currently Teflon's without question the funnest streamer that we have. Tuning into his streams, and he's even posting himself going off, and he's such a funny guy. But he made the finals. That's just fantastic for him. Ice's pitching bottled up everybody. I mean, nobody was able to hit it all season. He got the Von Ace, and he probably gave up 2 or 2.3 something runs during the regular season. And people weren't able to do much better than that in the playoffs, which I think is that's the story right there. Is we would have thought, Black Coffee, Teflon, anybody in the playoffs. There isn't anybody in the playoffs that can't put some runs up there. So to hold people down, he had the odd game where Coffee went off or Teflon got some runs going, but for the most part, it was tough to get 2 or 3 runs.
Yeah, he definitely had a bit of a drought there. There's definitely some layoffs and stuff. It was a longer AAA playoffs, but either way, the best baseball always comes here at the end of the season, and it's always entertaining to get to cast here and watch. Everybody's did a really good job this season of getting their games in. The pre-recorded sets all came in very nice, orderly fashion, and now we've got the AA completed, the AAA completed, and now the XBL awaits, and the Cup. So we'll have news on that later this week on when that's going to be. So stay tuned to the channels for those games. But yeah, Mystery Man, we cap off another AAA season, and we're already ready for the next one, it feels like. So, it's been really exciting, and thanks for being here with me tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Train, and thanks for all the casting during the season into the playoffs here. I was just gonna say a reminder to folks, if anyone's not sure, I believe it's Wishbone is down 3-1 against the Spaceman. That they're pretty evenly matched, though that could still go either way. And then we've got Spliff Star, a fantastic AAA veteran against a fantastic XBL veteran and new league office member in Let's Animal, who's really been on a hot streak. Spliffy kind of took a little bit of time off and has been on fire. So both of them are coming in hot to that Cup final. It's one game. Anything can happen in a one game. Doesn't matter who you throw in there. So
yeah, it's a really exciting match between those two, both players who, are built to kind of earn a trophy like the Cup. So it will be really exciting to see them face off. And like you said, the winner take all type game that makes the Cup so special. So we'll see that one at its neutral site. We'll see the XBL World Series continue, and we'll see you all next time when that all happens. Stay tuned for the announcement. Everybody have a safe and pleasant evening.